you need to catch yourself off guard. The way to brute force through rejection therapy is doing things while your brain is still loading. Everyone has dreams, and most people don't act on them because our brain operates on logic. And dreams, by nature, are not logical. Who do you know that dreams about paying taxes and waking up for work the next morning? Nobody, exactly. What people dream about is drowning in money, waking up in a mansion with a pool, or having a loving family where everybody actually likes each other. Dreams aren't logical because they aren't the norm. They're departures from the generalizations. Generalizations like you're destined to live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life if you're born into the middle class, and stats like 50% of marriages ending in divorce, which is rising. Generalizations are logical. Dreams are not. Generalizations are typically depressing. Generalizations are the average outcome of the average person, which ends up being a logical person because we don't shake the herd. That's not logical. Why would we do that? Humans are smart. We're logical. And the logical thing to do is not to believe in childish, unrealistic stuff like dreams that will probably set us up for failure, especially with the current economic situation. But if you want to change and achieve your dreams, do the logical thing and don't be logical. Be a departure from the generalization. Go out and do stuff and do it quick before your brain can process it and then convince yourself not to do it and that it's a bad idea. You can fulfill your life dream just by asking. And most people don't ask. That's why that's even a thing. Most people are logical, and the logical belief is that people won't just hand you things if you ask for it. That's why they never ask, and that's why they don't get shit. You don't have to be one of those people. So be brave and ask, because you don't know what could come out of it and what's the worst that could happen. I'll use myself as an example, because I think the best learning you can get is from real life. There's a statistic from the NIH, probably the biggest research institution in America, that 70% of Americans think they're above average intelligence. I'm not part of that 70% by choice, and I've convinced myself that I'm a dumb fuck just to figure out life. But that's exactly why I'm able to think the way I do, express my thoughts in this way, and allow conventionally already decided upon things be questioned in my mind. And that ends up creating conversation, discourse, and hopefully I inspire you guys to think more about things that you haven't thought about before. That's enough for me. And because I believe that I'm no better than anyone else, I can more freely explore any thoughts I have because I don't hold myself to the imaginary standard of better than. By freeing myself from the shackles of thinking I'm smarter than everybody else, I don't have to filter my thoughts thinking, oh, does this align with the narrative I've created in my head that I'm better so I could feel better about myself, and I end up silencing the truth that actually might be smarter because we're not all that smart. We don't know what is actually good, right? So this way, I can be more genuine because I think I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. I have this thought, and let's spend time on it. Don't be the first to box yourself in because you set yourself to an arbitrary standard that isn't even true or objective. Smart people are logical, and logical does not invite the imagination. Logic makes sense. Logical is how you become another copy. Whether that's a smart copy or not, I'm not getting into that. But call me stupid, maybe I am stupid, but I'd rather be stupid if that means I'm different. Sometimes, stupid can make a situation worse, right? Classic example, bar fights, but they're actually stupid. Voluntarily stupid de-escalates situations. It creates unity. When you're brave enough to raise your hand in like a lecture hall the size of 400 people and ask the question you've been sitting on because you haven't been to class since the second lecture of the semester and it's 3 months in and you have no clue what's going on, you open the space for other people to do the same. You free their shackles of better than and smart to be stupid and ask their question and actually de-escalate ignorance. You're melting ignorance by being stupid, by putting your ignorance on the table. When you show your cards, you allow other people to do the same, right? So I do this too, like in like huge lecture halls. Not even like me not understanding something that was in the homework, right? I will literally not go to class for like 2 months and then not know what's going on and then ask not every little thing that I'm not annoying. Okay, 1 or 2 things that I really don't even know. And immediately like 3 or 4 more hands come up asking real legit questions. Because you know what they're thinking in their head? And I know this because I'm one of them. After I ask my dumb fuck question, somebody else is looking at me like, damn, how is she still in this class? How does she not know that? We went over that in week 2. There's no way she's catching up with all that. I can't believe somebody asked a dumb question like that. But you know what? Because they asked, because they walked, I'll run. And I'll ask my actually valid question that I was afraid to ask because I didn't want to look dumb. But hey, they already took dumb to the depths of hell, put a gold medal on it, and nobody's beating that. So I might as well try and ask my question. Because it's not like I'll even come close in second place to how dumb that stupid question was. You could be that person. Just take one for the team. Take one for humanity. All right, we need it. Back to dreams, right? Taking that idea of me choosing to be stupid, me choosing to be a departure from what most people think, that most people think they're smarter than the average person, which that doesn't make sense. Okay, we can't have 70% of people thinking they're above average, right? Doesn't clock. But still, dreams look like luck because they don't make sense. Just because you can't make sense of it doesn't mean that the universe didn't. You might not be privy to the very plan that brought your dream to life, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't one. If the responsibility to craft the plan was simply up to you, then it would mean that it was smaller than you because it came from you, right? It's difficult to make something bigger than you. And if that plan came solely from you and is smaller than you, why would you want to be part of something smaller than yourself? To not know the full plan and to be part of it means that you were chosen to be part of the unknown. You were chosen as somebody to pursue greatness, right? Just because you're not privy to your own plan doesn't mean there isn't one. So follow your dreams. Be boldly stupid. Question the status quo. Question stuff that's already assumed as fact. And think like a contrarian. Because following the masses never got you anywhere up to now. I can tell it hasn't because you're watching my video right now. I'm pretty underground, right? Clearly, this video was brought to you for a reason. So, try things, be stupid, because I doubt you've tried it before.